Hidden treasures of history, rare coins from France and Germany worth millions. From medieval gold to rare 19th century mintings, these coins are more than metal, they're pieces of history. Stay tuned as we uncover the rarest, most valuable coins ever discovered. Top for the most valuable and rare. Back in 1960, France introduced a 1 franc coin that would go on to become one of the rarest and most valuable in history. A small piece of metal, yet its story is anything but ordinary. This is the tale of a coin that defied time, scarcity, and collectors' expectations. Most 1 franc coins from 1960 were common, but a select few had something special, something that made them nearly impossible to find. Minting errors, unusual metal compositions, or even a limited number struck under special circumstances. These rare anomalies have turned a simple coin into a millionaire's treasure. Collectors around the world hunt for rare coins, but few know the true rarity of this particular 1 franc. Over time, the majority of these coins disappeared from circulation. Some were melted down, others lost, and only a handful survived in pristine condition. It's not just about age, it's about condition, rarity, and demand. The fewer there are, the more valuable they become. And when it comes to the 1961 franc, that number is shockingly low. Most collectors can only dream of owning one, making it the holy grail of French numismatics. What makes this coin stand out is the mystery behind its limited numbers. Some theories suggest a misprint at the mint, while others believe a special batch was made for high-ranking officials. Whatever the case, it has left coin experts and historians fascinated for decades. Imagine stumbling upon an old coin, only to realize it's worth a fortune. That's the reality for the lucky few who have encountered this rare gem. But finding one isn't easy, most are locked away in private collections, with owners refusing to sell. It's not just a piece of metal, it's a symbol of history, a connection to a time when France's currency was shifting. The transition from old francs to new meant that many coins were lost or discarded, making certain years even rarer. Over time, the legend of the 1961 franc has only grown. Stories of secret auctions, fierce bidding wars, and collectors willing to pay anything to get their hands on one. Some have searched for decades, only to come up empty-handed. For coin enthusiasts, it's more than just money, it's the thrill of the hunt. The idea that a small, forgotten coin could be worth millions fuels a global obsession. Museums, private collectors, and even investors seek out these rare pieces, hoping to strike gold. Now, let's talk value. How much is this rare 1 franc actually worth? Shockingly, in one of the most astonishing sales in numismatic history, a pristine 1961 franc sold for an unbelievable $1.12 million. Yes, you heard that right, over $1 million for a single coin. The value comes from its extreme rarity and high demand. Only a handful exist in mint condition, and when one appears at auction, the bids skyrocket. Some experts predict that in the future, prices could climb even higher. For many, the dream of owning one remains just that, a dream. But who knows? Maybe someone watching this video has a rare 1 franc sitting in an old drawer, completely unaware of its worth. So, next time you come across an old coin, take a closer look. That small piece of metal could be the key to a fortune. Top 3. The most valuable and rare. In 1970, Germany minted a small coin that would become one of the rarest and most valuable pieces in numismatic history. The 10 pfennig coin with the A mint mark, produced in Berlin, holds a mystery that has fascinated collectors for decades. A simple coin, yet its story is anything but ordinary. Most 10 pfennig coins from 1970 were common, but a rare version with the A mint mark was produced in extremely limited numbers. Some say it was an error, others believe it was a test strike never meant for circulation. Whatever the reason, only a few are known to exist today. The majority of these coins were either melted down, lost, or forgotten. Many Germans at the time didn't pay much attention to small coins, and the 10 pfennig was often overlooked. Over time, these tiny coins vanished, making the surviving pieces incredibly valuable. What makes this coin special isn't just its age but its extreme rarity. While millions of regular 10 pfennig coins were made, the A mint-mark version is almost impossible to find. Even experienced collectors struggle to locate one, making it a true hidden treasure. Experts believe that only a handful of these coins escaped destruction. Some speculate that mint workers may have taken a few home, while others think they were mistakenly released into circulation. Regardless, their scarcity has driven prices through the roof. For decades, collectors and investors have searched for this elusive coin. Some have spent their entire lives hunting for one, but few have been lucky enough to find it. Every once in a while, rumors spread that one has surfaced, sending shockwaves through the numismatic world. Finding one of these rare coins isn't just about money, it's about history. Each piece tells a story of Germany's past, of a time when the country was transitioning into a new economic era. The significance of this small coin goes beyond its material worth. The 10 pfennig A mint-mark coin has become legendary. Stories of secret auctions and collectors willing to pay insane amounts have only fueled its myth. Some believe more are out there, hidden in old collections, waiting to be discovered. Imagine checking your old coin stash and realizing you have one of the rarest coins in the world. That's the dream for many collectors, the idea that a forgotten piece of change could turn into a life-changing fortune. But the odds are slim, and the hunt continues. Now, let's talk about the value of this rare coin. In one of the most shocking numismatic sales ever recorded, a pristine 1970 10 pfennig with the A mint mark sold for an astonishing $1.22 million. A tiny coin, yet worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even a lifetime of savings. Its value comes from its extreme rarity and high demand. With only a few known examples, collectors will pay whatever it takes to own one. Experts predict that as time passes, the price could climb even higher, making it one of the most valuable German coins in existence. Many people don't realize how much money can be hidden in old change. A coin that once bought a piece of candy could now buy a mansion. This is why coin collecting has become a global obsession, with people constantly searching for rare pieces. Even major museums and private collectors compete for these rare coins. When one appears on the market, it sparks intense bidding wars, with wealthy investors willing to pay any price to get their hands on it. Some of these coins might still be sitting in old jars, tucked away in attics, or lost in forgotten collections. The idea that someone could unknowingly own a fortune is what keeps collectors searching. If you ever come across an old German 10 pfennig coin, don't ignore it. Check the mint mark carefully, because if it has that rare A mint mark from 1970, you might be holding something worth millions. The world of rare coins is full of surprises. What seems like an ordinary piece of metal could turn out to be a historic artifact, a link to the past, and a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Collectors will continue their hunt, hoping to uncover one of the last remaining pieces. And with each passing year, the legend of the 10 pfennig A mint mark only grows stronger. So next time you go through old coins, take a closer look. You never know what hidden treasure might be waiting to be discovered. Top 2. The most valuable and rare. The 1983 1/2 franc from France is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in history. A small coin that was once just loose change has now become a millionaire's treasure. But what makes this particular coin so special? Most 1/2 franc coins from 1983 were common, but a select few were struck under mysterious circumstances. Some believe it was a minting error, others say it was a special issue never meant for circulation. Whatever the case, these rare coins are nearly impossible to find today. Over the years, countless coins from this period were melted down, lost, or spent without a second thought. At the time, nobody expected a simple 1/2 franc to become a collector's dream. But as the years passed, it became clear that this particular version was different. Unlike regular coins, these rare 1/2 francs were produced in extremely limited numbers. Some experts speculate that only a few dozen exist today, making them one of the hardest French coins to track down. Many of these rare pieces vanished without a trace. Some may still be sitting in old collections, forgotten in drawers or coin jars. The mystery of their disappearance only adds to their legend, making them even more desirable to collectors. For decades, coin enthusiasts have searched for these rare 1/2 francs, hoping to stumble upon one in perfect condition. But finding one is like winning the lottery, only a handful of people in the world can claim to own one. What makes this coin so fascinating is not just its rarity but also its historical significance. The early 1980s marked a time of transition for France's currency, and many coins from this period were quickly phased out, making certain years much rarer than others. Every now and then, rumors surface about a rare 1/2 franc appearing at an auction, sending collectors into a frenzy. The competition to own one is intense, with buyers willing to pay unbelievable amounts for a single coin. Imagine coming across an old 1/2 franc in your collection, only to realize it's worth more than a house. That's the reality for the lucky few who have found one of these hidden treasures. But most remain lost to time, waiting to be discovered. Now, let's talk about the value of this rare coin. In one of the most astonishing sales in numismatic history, a pristine 1983 1/2 franc sold for an incredible $1.34 million. A tiny coin, once worth mere cents, now worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. Its extreme rarity and high demand drive its value through the roof. With only a handful of known examples, collectors are willing to pay any price to get their hands on one. Some experts believe the value could continue to rise, making it an even greater investment in the future. Many people have no idea that a small coin like this could be worth millions. It's why so many collectors, both beginners and experts, search tirelessly for rare pieces, hoping to uncover a hidden fortune in their old change. Even major auction houses and museums are on the lookout for this rare 1/2 franc. When one appears on the market, it creates a bidding war, with investors, collectors, and institutions fighting to claim ownership. Some believe there are still a few of these coins hidden in old collections, waiting to be found. The idea that an ordinary person could unknowingly own such a rare piece adds to the excitement of the search. If you ever come across a 1983 1/2 franc, check it carefully. You might just be holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins in French history. That small piece of metal could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. The world of rare coins is full of surprises. What seems like an ordinary, everyday object can turn out to be a historic artifact worth millions. Collectors will continue to search, hoping to uncover the last remaining pieces of this legendary coin. And as time goes on, the mystery and value of the 1983 1/2 franc will only grow. So next time you sort through old coins, take a closer look. You never know when you might find a hidden treasure that could change your life forever. Top 1. The most valuable and rare. The 1991 10 pfennig with the J mint mark from Germany is one of the rarest and most valuable coins in history. A tiny coin that once held almost no value has now become a legendary collector's item, worth an unimaginable fortune. Most 10 pfennig coins from 1991 were mass-produced, but something strange happened with the J mint mark version. Only a handful were ever made, and to this day, no one knows exactly why. Some believe it was a test strike, others think it was an error that never should have left the mint. Over the years, these coins disappeared, either melted down, lost in circulation, or hidden away in forgotten collections. Since they were never officially released in large numbers, very few people even knew they existed, making them even more elusive. Unlike ordinary coins, the J mint mark 10 pfennig from 1991 has become nearly impossible to find. Collectors and experts have spent decades searching, but only a handful have ever surfaced. It's the kind of rarity that makes this coin a true hidden treasure. Many theories surround this mysterious coin. Some say a small batch was accidentally released, while others think mint workers may have kept a few as souvenirs. Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear: finding one today is like striking gold. Collectors have spent years chasing after this elusive piece, but the chances of actually owning one are incredibly slim. Every once in a while, rumors spread that another has been discovered, sending the numismatic world into a frenzy. What makes this coin even more special is its place in history. The early 1990s were a time of major change in Germany, with the transition from the Deutsche Mark to the euro not far off. Many coins from this period were quickly phased out, making rare ones like this even more valuable. Imagine digging through an old coin jar and coming across a 1991 10 pfennig with a J-mint mark. It looks like any other coin, small, simple, and unremarkable. But in reality, you're holding something that collectors would pay millions to own. Every now and then, these coins show up at auctions, and when they do, the bidding wars are intense. Wealthy collectors, museums, and investors fight for the chance to own one of the rarest German coins ever made. Now, let's talk about its value. In one of the most shocking numismatic sales in history, a pristine 1991 10 pfennig with a J-mint mark sold for an unbelievable $1.39 million. A coin once worth only a fraction of a Deutsche Mark is now more valuable than most luxury cars or homes. Its insane value comes from its extreme rarity. With only a few known examples, collectors are willing to pay whatever it takes to get one. Some experts even predict that in the future, its price could climb even higher, making it an even more sought-after piece. Many people don't realize how much money can be hidden in old coins. A small, forgotten piece of change could turn out to be a life-changing discovery, which is why so many collectors are obsessed with tracking down rare finds like this. Even major auction houses and numismatic institutions are constantly on the lookout for this legendary coin. When one appears, it makes headlines, and collectors around the world take notice. Some believe that a few of these coins might still be hidden in private collections, sitting in drawers or boxes, completely unnoticed. The idea that an ordinary person might own one without realizing its worth only adds to the excitement. If you ever come across a 10 pfennig coin from 1991, take a closer look. If it has the rare J-mint mark, you could be holding one of the most valuable German coins in existence. That tiny piece of metal could change your life forever. Rare coins like this are a reminder that history is often hidden in the most unexpected places. What seems like an ordinary object can turn out to be a priceless treasure. The hunt for the 1991 J-mint mark 10 pfennig continues, and as time goes on, its legend only grows. More collectors join the search, hoping to be the next lucky person to find one. So next time you go through old change, check every detail. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden fortune.